Good morning. My name is Galen Toole. I'm an independent living advocate coordinator over here at Walton Options. And in celebration of Voter Disability Awareness Week, we have an interesting guest today. And we're going to ask her a few questions so that she can hopefully get across the importance of being registered to vote, but not only that, be an active participant in the system. And with that, Ms. Gloria Frazier.
Having me here today. The barriers that I see currently for folks that are living with disabilities normally are barriers that we as a state can help them with as it relates to job opportunities, transportation, getting the medical help that they need. These are options that we as a state and as a legislative body can ensure that we put resources in place that will accommodate them in their everyday life. Legislators and community leaders, we should make sure that we educate our employers to understand these different disabilities and help them prepare to be able to service our folks with these disabilities, where they will also have the opportunity to be employed in gainful employment and jobs. I am so fortunate to be able to have been in this position now for 14 years as an elected official. I am a public servant, first of all, and so my job is basically, it is very simple. It's not political. It is to help those that cannot help themselves, to help those amongst the least of us, to help those with disabilities and that have been disenfranchised. So to come to me to ask for support on any given issue is what I do. And so if you come to me as a public servant and there's a need and you need that service, I am going to make sure that I direct you in the path that you need to go, whether it is a federal issue on a federal level where there might be some resources available, but especially on a state issue, because I have been in the legislature now for 14 years, and I do have relationships in Atlanta with most of the department heads. So if there's an issue that I can address, I will address it. Having served in the Georgia General Assembly now for 7 terms, there are hundreds and hundreds of pieces of legislation that go through the chamber every year. We are bound constitutionally to be in session for 40 straight days. And legislation as it relates to our disabled and our veterans come through these committees. I recently served on human relations and aging, and that's where I got the knowledge, skills, and ability to learn more about the legislation as pertaining to our disabilities. Very, very interesting on the options that are available for our constituents. And I had no knowledge of the depth of the need for resources that are available and that we still strive to make sure to keep their lives balanced to a degree. So it is very crucial for us to continue to engage in making sure that these resources are available. I am their #1 advocate as it relates to ensuring that legislation come through. And once it gets on the floor of the House, I am probably one of the first ones to hit that green button to ensure that services are provided. I am very fortunate, as I previously stated, to have been an elected official now for 7 terms. My goal, because I will not be in this position forever. And so I am an advocate for mentoring to ensure that we get people in place that has the heart and the empathy and the humility to understand the needs of all of Georgians. So as I continue to do this work, I will also be mentoring other young women, especially, and men, to take on this role, my role eventually. But we have to teach them first, educate them, to let them understand the political process. It's two different things. Being a politician and being a public servant. You have to be both, but you have to do them prospectively. But your ultimate goal is to get results and to make sure that you represent all of your constituents. I represent 153,000 constituents in my district, in District 126, but I represent all Georgians when we are at the state capitol. So, Walton Options, you have a state representative here that will be with you for life as it relates to taking care of our disabled and our folks with disabilities. And so just know this, that we will continue to serve you, to help you, and to make your quality of life better.
And with that, we'd like to thank Ms. Frazier for taking time out from her busy schedule to come over and answer some questions, and I'm hoping that she gave some information that will be of some help for someone. Again, we are celebrating Voter Disability Awareness Week and the importance of being a part of the process. As we finish up this interview, I'd like to thank you, Ms. Frazier, and as an advocate, I can't let you get away without saying a little bit about vocational rehabilitation services, which is probably one of the most important agencies as it relates to the improving the quality of life of the disabled community. So we're hoping that as time moves forward, that it will be a smooth and seamless transition for the new leader. And we're looking forward to coming up to Atlanta real soon for advocacy days and hanging out with you as we go about the business of trying to push legislation to improve the quality of life of our disabled community. So again, thank you for coming. Thank you for taking time out, and thanks.
And I like to also say thank you for your community advocate work. I have been an honor to be a part of legislation that we've gotten passed in last session. And I look forward to working with you again, Galen, for other legislations that will benefit our disabled and disadvantaged folks here, especially in Walton Options. These are my constituents, and these are Georgians.
Yes,
and we are here to make sure that everyone has that balance so that they can have productive lives. Again, thank you for always coming to Atlanta and advocating for what you want. One thing I can say about you, you do not give up. And because of that, you made me a stronger and better legislator. Thank you.
Thank you.